Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. And I look kind of scraggly right now because I kind of just woke up. But anyways, I got some stuff in the mail. Now this is the third and gear shift fork for my transmission like I was telling you guys. So we got one part in the mail. I also got some more stuff coming too, so don't just think it's just going to be about the transmission. I got some other, I guess you can say, upgrades as well. Just some stuff that I've been putting off for a while, so I just decided to go ahead and get it. So I'm going to be unboxing this for you guys so you guys can check it out. I took the time to pause this because I just wanted to show you guys how this looked, but check this out. It's pretty cool looking. It's the genuine parts box for the Volkswagen, for Volkswagen parts. This is my first time actually ordering a genuine part off of FCP Euros. So this out, and here we are. The third and fourth gears for the O2M, which I needed, so let's unpack these slowly. And like I said, I don't even have the transmission broken open yet, so this is gonna be all pretty much new to me as well. So honestly, being quite frank with you guys, I really don't know if this is all of them or not. Like, I'm kind of confused. So I'm gonna go inside and do some more research on these because I ordered another set, but I don't want to have ordered that if I don't need these. So I'm gonna just look into it real quick, so I'll be back in a second. And also, besides that, I wanted to try and see if I can get this transmission up on some jacks, because I did want to drain the fluid. If you're gonna do this, I'd recommend just draining the fluid beforehand, but I forgot to, so gotta try to see if I can lift it, set it on these jacks, so hopefully we can get the transmission plug out. And this shouldn't be too heavy. Oh, it's pretty heavy though. Try off with put some gloves on max. But here and work a sec. Need to put there. There we go. See? It'll be alright, even if there's an earthquake. If I were you guys and you guys were doing this, I would definitely drain the fluid out first. But since I didn't do that, now I have to try and not make a mess. Then I'm gonna be taking out the shifter tower up top here, which you guys probably can't see, so let me move you guys. So it's gonna be these two here and then this one here. So one thing I'm gonna do to get this bolt right here is I gotta take off this piece, so it should slide off like that. In some cases you probably are gonna have to take this off, which it seems like I am now. I've heard that you should take it off in neutral so you don't mess anything up. Alright guys, so looking at this now, you can see
if I were to aim you guys down there and show you a little bit more, there's supposed to be a second gear onto here, so there's supposed to be two. Now there's only one, and now further looking down, if you guys look all the way at the bottom, you can sort of see the missing one. You guys see it all the way down there, just hanging out. And I think that's why my reverse was so hard to engage, was because that might be in the way of the reverse fork. I'm going to clean up my little area here to make room for the transmission, and then we will start to break this out. So next we're basically going to take apart all the 13s holding the case together. So it's going to be the couple in here, and then the outer ones, and all of that. So let's get started. Then we're going to take out the axle cups, which is just a 6mm. These might be a little bit different if you have a 5-speed, so definitely double check that. I also ordered new seals for these because I knew these old ones were probably not going to be as good as new ones. So go ahead and take those out. I'm going to mark these. I'm going to put like maybe like a driver side here, so like a D and then a P on that side. So let's break out this super dope Milwaukee pen that I picked up at AutoZone for pretty cheap, only $5. They didn't have any other pens, so I figured this one would be the best one because it's white and I'd be able to see it. So I'm gonna do this one and then take off the other axle cup. Also, the best way I found to counter hold the axles, also when you have that out and you basically have the transmission on the floor, go ahead and use an extended socket with your 6mm Allen and get a socket that's long enough to hold this bolt here, and basically you're gonna hold this down while turning the bolt loose, and it'll basically just hold it in place just so you can get it out. And then once the bolt comes out, it's pretty much easy after that. So you get this bolt out, and then once it's loose, the whole thing should just slide out like that. Once you do that, and there you go, your axle cup is out. Alright guys, so once you're done breaking all of them loose, you can go ahead and just zap them out. I like to do them all at once just because when it's all torqued down evenly, it might come apart easily, so be careful. Try not to hopefully they all come out without a fight, like please do. Alright guys, so next what we gotta do is we gotta break open the case. So I've seen some people jig up a way to basically make a reverse press out of these two mounts here. What I'm gonna try to do is try to get a bolt long enough to feed through it and basically punch this other side so I can break this side of the case open. Or apparently beating on it with a hammer works as well. And try not to lose all those bolts. I'm going to push it back over this way so it can't blood out. And there's all the oil that I was expecting. Alright guys, so you're gonna have to shake it a little bit. Alright guys, so I finally got the transmission broken apart. One thing that I haven't seen anybody tell in all the videos that I've watched, there is a basically cover. If you have the O2M transmission that has this cover on it, you're gonna want to take this cover off and remove this ring. This ring is actually, if you have an older or a newer O2M, so basically if you have an older O2M with the side piece on there, this is going to basically lock that main shaft in place, which is this one, allowing it not to completely separate from the case. So if you don't want to basically figure that out later and have to pull the gears out separately, take this shim off. What I used is basically 2 picks like this, 2 right angles, and I basically got onto there and basically forced them apart. Alright guys, so if you guys are looking for the part number, this is going to be the part number that I got. So I had ordered this from FCP Euro, and on their website it actually originally said it was just for the 3rd and 4th gear, but the units that I received are actually the whole gear sets. So I don't know if that's just like confusion on their part. I don't know if like maybe they just got confused shipping out the parts, what have you. So I'm gonna just continue. Again, this is the case, and remember to take off this shim if you have that opening through the transmission. So like I was saying, I had to orient it this way just to show you guys what it looks like when you get the case off, because all of the gears originally fell out of the transmission, so I had to rearrange them this way so you guys can see it, and just so I can figure out where all the forks go. So I know that there's an issue on the reverse gear, that when people order the new ones, they don't fit. They typically just leave their brass ones in there. I'm gonna try to see if mine fit, although I was test fitting it earlier and it wasn't really working out that way. So yeah, and also make sure not to lose the shim. I'm probably just gonna throw these forks in and then put the case cover back on until I can get new sealant for this whole thing.
What you get?
Alright, so I'm gonna leave this one in because this one kind of has to stay in anyways, so, and it's not really being bothered, so I'm gonna just leave that in here, and then I'm gonna put these new shift forks on and basically do that again in reverse. Alright guys, so that's basically it. As you can see, like, super easy to install, and as you can see, it'll be good to go once everything else is installed. The way I see it is, if you don't know if anything works, my best advice would be there's no way it couldn't work if it's in a certain gear. If you know what I'm saying, like, there's no way these aren't made to go one specific way instead of a bunch of different ways. So double check, take a lot of pictures. I took a lot of pictures before doing this, and I'm gonna take some more pictures now. So what I did earlier is I found out that these shift forks actually don't fit the outside diameter of the pin that goes through the reverse gear, which is, I'm guessing this is the reverse gear. It's actually, the outside diameter of the pin is actually the size of the inside diameter of this before the sleeve that's in there. I don't know if you guys can see that orange sleeve. So yeah, the old bushing, or the old fork, which is down here, has an inside diameter of the outside diameter of the pin with the bearing included. So since these don't line up, and I try to use the OEM reverse with the stainless steel 6th gear, that didn't work either. They're a little bit askew. They don't line up that good. So so yeah, which is fine. I mean, definitely okay. All that means is that, or basically what I've read is, the 5th and 6th gear don't really get as abused, or the 5th and 6th gear as well as the reverse don't really get as abused as the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd gear ones. So these are mainly the main ones to replace. That's as much as I've read. So I will be putting these on a bench or somewhere cool, just, you know, on display, just to like show them off. But if I ever need these, so I know where they'll be. But I'm hoping that since I did just the 1st and 2nd gears, everything will be alright. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of it installed. So next, essentially, would be time to just throw on the case right here and then slip it over that. But I'm gonna take my time and trying to get all this gasket out. So